Hello guys and welcome to the Aston Villa career mode today, episode 1. It finally starts thanks to Emerald, who of course could choose to let me make BPL career mode. Because of him I gave you some choices of championship or some championship teams as well, and he said for example that he would like to see Aston Villa, and in the end it got Aston Villa. So I told you, Emerald, I will make you a little present. The manager is called Emerald, and because I don't really know your name and I think you are from the USA, because of the time you are on and comment, and because of the videos you uploaded, so I thought you are from America, so I was thinking, what is the most American name, and therefore I called you Günther Emerald, which of course it's a joke. Yeah, the Aston Villa career mode, it is a normal career mode, as I told you, and for everybody who is new and who was not on this channel before, I'm doing a Schalke 04 career mode, and I told you, I promised you, because people basically recommended me like 20, 25, 30 players to buy, and I signed some of them, but a lot of them I did not buy and probably will not buy in the Schalke 04 career mode in the remaining episodes. So I said, in this Aston Villa career mode, my next career mode, which is this one, I will sign a lot of players you wanted me to use, but I was not able to use my Schalke 04 career mode, and therefore I will use them now. So it's the same tactics, the same formation again as I usually do, and I will just go through the squad really fast, and then I will talk about the transfers. So at the goalkeeper position we have Golini and Ban. If you compare these two, you can see that in the end they are more or less the same. I would say Ban is just a little bit better. I mean, his handling, kicking is a bit better, but Golini has better reflexes. I would still say reactions on Golini better. Ban is a little bit better, but he's 10 years older. Or if you say it on the other way, Golini is a bit worse, but he's 10 years younger, and this is why Golini at the moment is my first choice goalkeeper. Ban is backup, and we have Stair as third choice goalkeeper if you would like to use them, and yeah, Sarkic is, or however you say that, not really interesting. In the right back position we have a really interesting right back actually, somebody I'm really looking forward to use, and I will not get away yet, because he has some decent mental stats, some amazing physical stats, some decent pace, stamina, strength, agility, everything is decent ball control, dribbling, curve, passing is good, defending, of course we have to train that a bit, but he is somebody I really look forward to use. High medium as well, can play right mid or center mid. So you could actually use him as center mid as well, but I will want to use him as right back, and he is somebody I'm really looking for to use. As backup we have this guy, I don't know how to say that, Delight, I really don't know, who has much more pace and better defending, so also an interesting guy, but he's already 27, but so I'm not 100% sure if I will keep them. But the right back position is one of the best ones in my opinion on this squad. In the center back position of course we have Mark Richards. I think his name was Mark, who was, I think, a former Man City player with some decent pace, 80x strength, 90 jumping, high aggression. He has some decent stats. The problem for me is, yeah, his aggression can be high, it's okay, but medium is of course not what I want to see on a center back, but I definitely want to keep him. I will keep him for now. I don't know if my first choice squad, but I think for now I will, because he is the best center back in my opinion in this squad. Chester is the second best in my opinion, who also has some decent pace, also some other decent physical and mental stats, and yeah, also decent defending. So basically he is also really decent, but also medium, so both center backs, in my opinion, the work rates are really not nice, but the stats themselves, I like them. On the left we have, oh wait, first of all of course the backups, we have Elvik, or Elvik, how do you say these names, man? Extremely slow, that's the problem. I mean 55 and 42 sprint speed, really bad. Mental stats are decent, yeah, defending skills are not amazing. He has the best work rate with medium high, but just a backup in my opinion, not really looking forward to use him. And we have Baker, who also is extremely slow, a bit faster but also really slow, and the same thing basically. Yeah, low high, yeah, so Baker and Elvik have the best work rates, but Jester and Mark Richards are definitely better. So therefore, these are my first, basically right now my center back partnership, and Elvik is my first backup, and Baker my fourth choice center back. On the left, we have also an interesting guy with Amavi, who is 22 years old, already decent rated, so I also want to keep him for sure. Really decent physical stats. Also some decent mental stats, I mean with physical stats. Him and, I forgot the name, Bakuna, really decent. his crossing Bogentor is also good. The main thing is, of course, his defending is already better than, for example, the defending of Bakuna. But a 20-year-old guy with them work rates and these stats, I don't think I want to. I think he is one of the main guys, probably the only guy out of like 3 or 4 I definitely want to keep in this career mode. As backup we have, where is he? Sissoko. I think he was playing for West Ham or Liverpool. West Ham or Liverpool once, I think, but I'm not sure. Decent pace, but yeah, decent tackling. Interesting guy, but not really looking forward to use him too much, to be honest. Now the big problem we have is the midfield. We have Jedinak, who I don't really want to use. So because first of all, he's extremely slow. Yes, his mental stats are decent and he has some decent stats, but he's also there are 2 possibilities. I will put him on the transfer list. If I can get a decent offer, I will sell him. Otherwise, I will just use him for now. And basically, not really in my first choice squad, but my second choice squad, where I just simulate most games with. And there, of course, if you simulate, just the rating is important, and he has a decent rating. Now, I don't get this guy. I think Gary or something like this was his name. I knew him. He was a big talent actually a few years ago, like in FIFA 15 or something. Big talent. Don't know what exactly happened to him. He is still extremely slow, and some is not decent. Mendes are also not amazing. The thing is, I still don't think he should just be 68 rated. If I compare these stats to some other stats, I mean, his defending is of course not amazing. I don't even get why he's a CDM. In my opinion, he should have... The stats are the stats for a center mid to cam. He's not too slow, so he should be a center mid, but not a CDM. That's the main problem. Interesting player, don't know what to do with him yet. I think I want to try him out first and want to see if I like him, and then make my decision. Now an interesting option, we have 2 center mids, and right now my center mids are a CDM and a striker. But if you look at McCormack, if you really have a look at him, for a striker he's alright, but for me he is just a center mid to cam. Yes, the stats, acceleration speed not amazing, but really decent for a center mid to cam. Agility, balance, stamina, strength. He has amazing vision, attack position, composure. So all these stats, aggression is also decent. Bogentor, crossing, curve, dribbling, finishing, free kicks, long pass, long shots, also short pass. He isn't everything like decent, average, basically. Kinda average, nothing special. So for me, he is right now for me the best center mid we have at the team, and he is a striker. He can play the cam, as you can see. Has 4-star weak foot as well, high medium. He is a perfect center mid, so he right now is definitely the best center mid we have. As backups, we have Westwood, who is not really fast, but has some alright mental stats, physical stats. Mental stats are quite decent actually. Vision of 78 and a composure of 79. Bogentor is okay. Dribbling is bad. Passing, yeah, is also not bad. 79 in both. So somebody interesting, but also not really amazing. Then we have Gibola. I think he was at FC Wimbledon or something before. I think I had him last year in FC Wimbledon, but I'm not sure. Yeah, he is what you expect from a 67 rated player. Decent, but really not special. So the center mid position is for me the main problem. I might keep McCormack. Jedinak, he will definitely be on the transfer list. I'm not sure what to do with Gardner, to be honest. Westwood, I'm not sure what to do. Gibola can basically go. For me, the midfield is the main problem. We have some decent center backs and full backs or wing backs. I would keep them. We have some decent goalkeeper backups, so I want to definitely get a new goalkeeper. And some other players I will talk now, but for me, definitely the midfield is a huge problem. So let's go to the winger position. We have Ayu, who can play in the left as a right or as a striker, who is not the fastest guy, but has some decent physical stats. Mental stats are okay. Bogentor, dribbling, finishing, crossing is not amazing, so he is not amazing, but he definitely is decent, and he is 24, so I think we could maybe get him to like an 80 rating. On the right we have Adom. I never heard of that guy before, but he looks handsome. Really fast, 86 acceleration, 87 sprint speed, stamina is okay, jumping, yeah, so some decent physical stats, mental stats could be better, and he is basically what to expect from a winger, very fast. Bogentor dribbling, and this is it. His crossing is not good, his finishing is alright. I have to use him and see if I like him. Stats wise, he is quite interesting, and I think for now I will keep him at least as backup, but I have to see if I really like to use him. We don't really have too many other options basically. We have Grealish, this big talent, who I don't know if I like him. He has some alright pace, not amazing but alright. The other physical set, I mean, jumping is not important, reaction not, stamina is okay, 68 is okay, strength is really bad, but he has not to, the strength is not too important if he can outrun people, but he also has not the pace to outrun them, so it's not too amazing. Bowgunner dribbling, okay, bad finishing, so I'm not sure what to do with him. He is a talent, so I might try to train him and see how fast he's going. We have Green, who is also a talent, but he is of course a bit worse. He is the wing talent basically. He is what you think of a winger. Acceleration, sprint speed, everything else. Mental stats, physical stats are completely shit. Bowgunner dribbling is okay. Crossing is shit. Finishing is not good. He is just 17, so I might loan him out for like 1 or 2 years. And yeah, this is basically all we have. We have sellers, but I don't really care about this guy, to be honest, so I will just sell him. So this is it for the wing position. So I have 2 interesting wingers I have just to use and see if I like them. And 2 talented backups who I just also have to see if I like them. The striker position, we have a striker I've never heard of. He also looks fantastic, man. And I really look forward to use this guy because he has some amazing sets. He has some very decent acceleration, sprint speeds, very decent agility, very decent jumping. Stamina and strength are also good, amazing tank position. Bowgunner dribbling is alright, finishing of course could be better. But he, for a 75 rated player, and his work rates, and 3-star weak foot, and 4-star skill moves, 6'2". He is an amazing player. I'm definitely looking forward to use him, and I definitely don't look for a striker right now. We don't have too much money, I will go to that in a few seconds. So definitely, somebody I'm definitely looking for sure. Gesteda as a backup, don't really like him because he is slow, and I mean he is not too slow but not really fast. He is more or less the tank up front. 90 strength, 81 jumping and 84 heading, 6'4". Somebody I might use in my backup squad, but not the kind of striker. You know, I want a pacey striker with decent ball control dribbling. So in the striker position I'm actually quite happy. We have of course this talent Hepburn Murphy. I used him in my last season career mode with FC Wimbledon. Kinda liked him, so maybe somebody I'm looking for, but definitely trying to loan out. I think that's everything. We have this Hutton goal right back I just don't really like. We have Agbonloho, who has not the pace anymore and 45 stamina, not really decent stats. Kozak I don't really like because also a tank, but even worse. I mean he's 6'4", 87 heading, but also not kind of player I need. Yeah, and this is basically the whole squad. So what I will do right now is I will try to sell most of these players, or many of them players, and I want to tell you real quick what I want to make in this episode. We will go through the first part of the transfer window. First of all, goalkeeper position, I definitely want to get a new goalkeeper, and both of them, so the third one is just, both of these goalkeepers, Golini and I think, I forgot the name, Dan or something like this. Both of them are decent as backup, but nothing else. So Golini I want to keep as backup, but I want to get like a low to mid 70, so like 72, 73, 74 rated, very young goalkeeper. This is my first thing I want to do. On the right back position, don't really need to change too much because I like Pakuno and definitely want to keep him, but I will still look for a new right back because I think that delayed I might sell him, but the right back position is not too important. I will just sign the right back if I really did everything else that was really important for me and still have some money left. Otherwise I will not sign a right back. For example, a goalkeeper, definitely want to sign one. Center back position, I want at least to sign one. Richards and Chester are good, might keep this first choice backup, but definitely want one new center back, also like low 70 rated. There are a few ones I will show you in a few seconds, but definitely want to get a new center back. Left back position, the same thing. I just need a backup because I want to get a Mavi and I already know who I'm going for there. The striker position, just a backup maybe. The wing position, maybe one new winger, but yeah, maybe one winger, maybe one striker, maybe one center back. Everything is like maybe, don't really need it. What I definitely need is a new goalkeeper and 1, 2, 3 new midfielders. The midfield is for me the big problem in this squad. The only decent midfielder for my first choice squad is McCormack, who is a striker but can play there. Jelinak might keep him as backup, but this is it. So we have right now quite a decent budget, £20 million. Wage budget is not too much, so we can do some things. The pre-season tournament, first of all, you can see my group real quick. I had to choose it already, couldn't save before it, so yeah, we can get I think 5 or 6 million pounds for that. So if we could do decent, we have like 23, 24, 25 million pounds, trying to sell a few players. So I think we can do a few things. You start off with an 80 rating, and here you can see youth development within 2 seasons have at least 1 players, interesting, from the youth academy signed in the first season, play at least 50% of the games in the next season. If I find somebody amazing, I will do it, but right now, not too important, so we'll see. Medium priority, so not too important. High priority is this one, brand exposure. Sign 1 crucial first team player assigned to midfield or midfield position, which is perfect because I want to sign 2 or 3. So this is easy to do, and gain 10.2 million earnings from shirt sales. I think also should be able to do, so this is an important thing, and I'm very confident that I can do it. Financial wise, within 3 seasons, increase the club worth of your club by 30%. Which I think is also possible because within 3 seasons we should be at least fighting for the Champions League places in the Champions League and the BPL, because we should not take more than 3 seasons to at least kinda get there. Maybe if it really takes long, then in 3 seasons we will just be like a mid-table place in the BPL, but still 30% should not be a problem. The most important thing is this, and Kontinuum of course here's nothing. This is interesting. The most important goal is to win the league. Round of 32. Yeah, okay. So all these things I think I can do, or this is just medium. And then they straight away want to win the league. I would say it would have been realistic if they would have said get promoted. But win the league straight away, I think... I don't think this will be too easy. I don't even think if I can do it. What I can tell you real quick, my shortlist, the last thing. As goalkeeper, I'm especially going for Lafont. If I want the right back, I'm especially going for Klostermann. If I want a center back, I would look if Issa Derb or Brooks would be available, or to be honest, by Brooks and Lemos, but both of them are already decent, so they might be too expensive, but I will have a look if they are available. Otherwise, Malang Sarr and Issa Diop are players I'm definitely looking for. Reece Oxford is somebody interesting for me. You wanted me to go for him. As a center back, I don't like him, but as a CDM maybe. So I'm thinking about signing him because he should be quite cheap. Signing him as CDM, and then I have with Mark Richards and Reece Oxford 2 players who have kind the same style. Both of them can play in the center back and CDM position. So then I could just use Richards as center back and him as the CDM. If I don't like it, switch it out. So would give me a few options. I'm definitely going for Rico Henry. Used him twice last season. Used him in my AFC Wimbledon career mode because he is a young English talent, and loved him so much that I also used him in my Bremen career mode. So definitely somebody I'm going for. I want him to be my backup left back. In the other center mid position, I definitely want to get Marco Höger. You know how much I love him, how I'm happy I am in real life and in FIFA that he left Schalke. In Schalke I tried to get him, but they wanted way too much. They always wanted like 17, 18, and the point that I actually had the money, I just didn't need him anymore. So in this game I'm definitely trying to go for him. Shandera, I'm definitely going for him. This is it for the midfield position basically. In the wing position, of course, some players, Berg for example, really interesting, but he recently arrived, so not going for him yet. Bournemouth is going to be too expensive. Pulisic is definitely somebody I'm looking for, hopefully it's possible. Gnabry, somebody I really want to try out, but I think, he recently arrived. Brandt is going to be too expensive and tapped as well. Musonda I think is on loan. So in the winger position, Dufour is going to be too expensive, so I hope that Lozano is not going to be too expensive, and I will definitely go for Pulisic and hopefully can sign him. And the striker role, I don't really need one. I have 3-1. Rashford, at least not now. I might look at it, but I'm very sure I will not do it now. Sanabria is going to be too expensive. The Turbo, heard of him like 2-3 days ago. Not only is his name amazing, because the Turbo, like if you will be German, obviously then the Turbo, like the Turbo. But also because he's then also really pacey. So because of his name, that also works with his stats. It's just amazing. So I think I will go for the Turbo as well. So I'm especially going for Lozano, the Turbo, Max Stendera, then Höger, Pulisic, Henry, then the center back position I'm not sure yet, have to see, Klostermann and Lafont. Yeah, I think I told you everything. I will just make quick things. I'm not sure if I can do anything yet in this episode, because this episode probably is already at like, let's say 20 minutes, so I'm not going to do too much anymore in this episode. The first game against Palermo, we are already in there, and you going early go. I will just quick them, I think. Okay, 2-0, 3-1, and 5-0. Wow, you and Gojia. If you know how to pronounce any kind of the names I had problems with, just tell me in the comments. I think it's Gojia. Well, 3 goals by you, 2 goals by him, 5-0 win. This is not really a bad way to start your manager career at a new club to win 5-0. Darmstadt winning against PSV. What is happening? Palermo losing 5-0 against Aston Villa. Darmstadt winning against PSV. This is crazy. So let's have a quick look at the transfer list. All the players I transfer listed. As you can see, I transfer listed most of them. What I want to tell you though, there are a few ones I can't transfer list. For example, this guy Dalet, because he recently arrived from Leicester. Also, Jelinak I can't actually do it because he recently arrived. I don't know from there. I think he was a free agent before that. Might be the case. Gibola also I think recently arrived. Yeah, recently joined. So I don't know what was with him before. We loaned out some interesting players to be honest. For example, this guy Sanchez. We loaned him to I don't know where. He is somebody I really would like to have here. I mean, for CDM he has not really the nice. He has amazing stats. He has bad work rates. He's 30, so if he will join back he will be 31. I could recall him, but I don't want to pay £500,000 just to recall him, so I would have to like him. So unfortunately he is loaned out for 1 year. And Veretout as well, also somebody really interesting. Center mid, really decent stats, somebody I really would like to use. He would be my best center mid. Loaned out and the same thing, I would have to pay £500,000. I really think maybe to do it with him. Maybe. So I will look at a different place, and if I if I'm not able to find anybody or whatever, Veretout, or however you say that, is he French? Yeah, I think it's Veretout. Somebody definitely interesting, and some, I mean, basically we would sign him for 400k. I think I will do that, but not now. I will do it maybe in the end, and I always will remind myself I have this guy. And if for example there's a deal I'm not sure, then I also know I don't have to, because for 400k I could get this guy. So definitely I think I will do it in the end, but I'm not 100% sure. Gil also loaned out, don't know why. He has not really amazing stats, but also somebody I really would like to have. So again, I don't know why. For him I would have to pay a lot. He's not too amazing, so the only thing I'm thinking here is to get him here and sell him. So also something I'm thinking about. Except of this, I don't think there's anything left. Bad news are that Rigonri recently joined them. Brooks is too expensive, for example, so I expected this. This job is not too expensive actually. Unfortunately, recently arrived. He was one of the players I definitely wanted to sign, so it will not happen yet. So therefore, I think I will keep both left backs. So I will keep Sissoko as backup for now, and as soon as possible, I will replace Sissoko by Rigonri. Lemos also just recently arrived, so again a player I would really like to have, but unfortunately it's not possible. Okay, now it's getting bad because Sars also just recently arrived, or has recently arrived, or recently joined them. So another player I would really love to have, and he is also not available. So the only player left, I think, for the center back position, or the only two, are Diep and Oxford, and Oxford is not the main center back, so right now I feel like I really have to get Diep, because he's the only really interesting center back for me right now. Of course, as always, you can tell me in the comments who else to go for, but for all the players on my shortlist, the only interesting center back I can get is Diep. The second game is against Darmstadt away, or yeah, it's not really away, you know what I mean. We should win it, I know Darmstadt, we have the better team, but they just won against, goddamn, I forgot the name again. PSV Eindhoven, and PSV Eindhoven I would say is better than Aston Villa, so I'm not sure what to expect. We are down, it's half time, I will quick them 3-1, and we get a draw. Injury Falcon got on their side, so Kodjia scored again. 3 goals for Ayu, 3 goals for him. 4 points now for us both, and we have, I just want to say that if everything works perfectly, PSV Eindhoven and Palermo will draw, and because it happened, we just need to draw in the last game to get through to the next round and get some nice money. And now the last game of today's episode, the third game in the group stage of the preseason tournament. At home against PSV, we just need a draw to definitely go through. Or if Darmstadt is not, or Palermo is not winning, Palermo is winning though right now. I will quick them 3-1, and we get our draw. Ayu with the goal, so Ayu with 4 goals and Kodjia with 3 goals. We got 1 win, 2 draws. I mean, 2 normal draws, 1 all, not really amazing. And then this 5-0 win. The first game of the next episode therefore is going to be the semi-finals against Basel, and I think Basel definitely is the better team. I think this normally should be the end for us in the preseason tournament. The second training session, and straight away Green is going up and Grealish is really close to going up as well. And now, the first signing in the era of Günther Emerald is gonna be Christian Pulisic. Doesn't really make sense that Dortmund will sell this guy for £2 million. His value is higher, he's one of the biggest talents in the whole Europe. But Dortmund sells him for €2 million. I mean, I'm really happy with that. FIFA, the transfer system just does not make sense. But if I can get a Christian Pulisic, I definitely wanted to try him out my Schalke 04 K mode as well. The thing is, to sign a Dortmund player with Schalke doesn't really make sense. And I'm sorry, Adoma, or however you say that, but of course Pulisic is gonna be the first choice right winger. No chance for the other guy. Here you can see his stats. His stamina, his strength is not that good, of course, but decent, really decent. Physical stats, mental stats okay. Bogner tripping, of course I will train him. I will give him like 2-3 slots now. I think he is a worthy first transfer, the first signing in the era of Günther Emerald. And with that, guys, I will end the first episode. I hope you look forward to this. Backup striker, winger, and midfield. There you can definitely tell me who to go for. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm really unsure how long this is. Should be around 25 minutes, which is, I think, decent for a first episode. Maybe it's a bit shorter. Hopefully not too long. Otherwise, I have to see what I will do. Yeah, if you enjoyed this episode and you look forward to the series, then smash the like button. Tomorrow I will see you, I think, with a Schalke episode, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I hope you look forward to that. Have an amazing day, guys, and bye.